This is Super Morning Show on Joy 99.7 FM. Now, in his statement, and as Mr. Nyantakyi has mentioned that the amount of money given him in that hotel was not really $65,000, as was said in the voiceover, but $40,000.
Look, I have made a solid case. I've gone to FIFA. I've gone to CAF. I've sent my evidence to the police. I've sent some to the special prosecutor. I've sent everything that I have. I have made my case. If he thinks he has contrary views, let him put it out. Let him also go to these people. After all, we are here to start the investigation. I am collaborating with FIFA. But there's something instructive you have to note. When FIFA got my petition, within 48 hours, there was a reaction. And the reaction was that he was suspended. Do you think that happened in a vacuum? Certainly not. I stand by everything I've put out there. It is solid, it is strong, it's something that I can defend. If he thinks he has something else that he can defend, he's welcome. That's why I keep saying that. Let's not our journalism be sacrosanct. We allow people to poke into it. Let them give the opinion. At the end of the day, we will sit somewhere. All these matters will be put to a rest. It's not enough to just go around saying that I am publishing this and publishing that. You do that knowing very well that at the end of the day, you should see us in the office yesterday. We separate videos. You are dealing with 77 referees, 33. So the focus is more on how do you get before these committees and establish your case.
That's fine. And you will go there, and Mr. Nyantakyi would have his right of reply as well.
Certainly.
You went public with the documentary. He went public with the questions that he has raised. So it's only fair that for the listeners out there, you address some of these issues. He said that there were 8 bundles. It cannot mathematically add up to $65,000. Your response?
I have said that he's entitled to make his interpretations of how many bundles, and he's entitled to make his interpretation of how many bundles they were and how much they were with the bundles. I'm also entitled to tell people what I did. I have told you mine. He's also told you his. At the end of the day, there will be a committee. They will look at it at CAF. They will look at it at FIFA. In any case, does it even matter? Even if you took 10 cedis. The rules are clear. You are not supposed to accept gifts. You have accepted gifts. Put that even aside. The kind of words you put together, how to get 20 to 25%, how to charge this company 5%, on their own is enough. I didn't have to do,
Okay.
It's just enough.
Okay. Mr. Nyantakyi also mentioned that in the statements that you asked him through a third party to pay you $150,000 for you to drop this entire thing. Is this true?
Look, whose side would this third party be? It means that the third party is on my side. So why would he find it difficult to mention the third party? I have challenged him that if there's a third party, mention his name. Look, we are in a law-governed society. We don't just put out allegations and say that, okay, but I cannot. Look, realistically.
He says you put out the name at the appropriate time. Though, yes, some names have been flying about.
Yes, so ask him to provide the name. I want to know who. I am curious.
So your response to the allegation is what?
But the man himself says that there's a third party. So he's admitting that nothing came to me. And he's failing to mention the third party. What can I do?
He says that the third party came in your interest. So yes, did you send a lawyer to demand an amount of money from him?
So if the third party came in my interest, why is he not mentioning the name of the third party?
You answer the question. Did you or did you not send
I did not. Of course. Why would I send a third party to do what?
Okay.
In any case, listen, this story was not just about me. So if I took the money, what about the international partners? What would I say to them? People don't understand how this job works. If they do, they won't even embark on that. I challenge him and challenge all those repeating those that let them provide who this third party is. Mention the name. If I am supposed to have sent it means the person is in my camp. You should not have a problem naming that person. Oh, these are all, like I told you, they are part of the distractions.
Okay,
I will not
you made that point
get myself into those distractions. I will focus on the story. I have a lot more questions to answer with the 77 people. That's where my focus is. I have to collaborate with FIFA. I'm collaborating with the Ghana Police Service. This is where the focus should be. Because that place, when you lose, it's a problem. But those who shoot their mouths and say whatever they want, I can't stop them. That's the beauty of our democracy.
Okay. You've been accused in the past of being selective in the work that you bring to the public, what you show to the public, and what you keep to yourself based on the persons that it incriminates. What's your response to this?
Well, I have said severally that nobody is going to dictate the work I do to me. I decide. People just sit in their houses and they say, okay, Anas, where's the parliament investigation? Anas, where's the hospital investigation?
Where is
Anas,
it?
Where's the Galamsey? For God's sake, it takes time to put things together. I have, it's when you think about it, you ask yourself what they really want to achieve. It's not the fact that you have jumped on air to ask me a question that where is this investigation? It means that investigation must come out. Same person. If I came and I got anything wrong, that same person will be the first person to go to court. Let me repeat to you. After what I have gone through in my investigative undercover work, after all those cross-examinations, after all the schools I have gone to, I'll be stupid to follow somebody's comments. And because of that, I come out with a story. I will make sure I prepare well, because at the end of the day, if I'm sued, you won't be there to help me. I have to be there to defend myself. So those who say I have removed them, let them prove it. Who I have removed, when I removed that person, and for what purpose I removed that person.
So the Parliament and Galamsey video, we know an idea when
Which
it will
Parliament
come out?
Did I tell you I was doing an investigation in Parliament? When did I say this? Prove to me.
Well, it's in the public that there's such an investigation.
Can we move this country by saying that things are in the public? Is that how we develop a nation? Because it's in the public?
So have you done work on Parliament?
I have not done any work in public, in Parliament. If I have done work in Parliament, I will release it. I will do it for you to see. I don't announce my work before I do it. I don't. I mean, it's...
What about in the Galamsey sector?
Well, Kweku has come out to say that I'm doing work in the Galamsey sector, which I accept. That's fine. He himself has admitted that it was a slip. But again, nobody will force me to come out. I come out when I think I have a watertight issue. I think that nobody can poke things into it. So nobody will control me. If that person feels so strongly that he wants to see a Galamsey story, please, go ahead. You to do yours.
But some say your delay in this is a part of your selectivity in bringing out work.
Look, I wish Kwetenate and others were here. When we are looking for money to do investigation, our media houses, you will complain. How many times haven't your reporters come to you and say, boss, I need this, and you have not been able to provide? Yet, we want to listen to the general public because they say they want to see. Then we go and bundle something out and put it there. That will lead to mediocre journalism. Look, we have to be able to, our work ought to be able to stand the test of time. Our work must have depth. Our work must be such that people will learn from it. And if we are going to follow rumors and what people think should happen and not happen, we are not going to go anywhere.
Anas, can you be bought? Do you have a price?
Look, all those who claim that they've bought me, let them prove where they bought me, how they bought me, in what? Bought us in doing what? For a story? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
There's a video making rounds that you mentioned that you yourself mentioned that you were bought for $100,000 to quash a certain story that you did, a certain investigation that you did.
Let's put things into perspective. In the last few days, I've been called a murderer, that I've murdered J.B. Dankwa. In fact, recently, I heard that I had even called the BNI and they had opened the place for me, and I had gone to deceive, or I've gone to tell the murderer that he should mention some people's name in the murder. You believe I murdered J.B. Dankwa? Do you believe it?
No, you go ahead. Oh, you go ahead. My opinions don't matter in this discussion.
Yes, but you believe...
I cannot sit and prove, or I can't do anything until I have the proof.
Exactly. Look, all those who say they have evidence that I say I have been bought. Why? Senior people in the country. This is a high-profile murder case. You have evidence.
No, you see, we haven't come to the murder yet.
Please,
let's come to us being the fact that you've been
Let me
bought.
deal with the subject. You've asked me a question, unless you want to answer for me. Do you want to?
Go ahead.
Good. So, they say I've murdered him. And I'm saying that these people are of high... Maybe I did it and I was asleep. Maybe. It's possible. Let them take this evidence to the police. I think by now we should have been invited. So that how I killed him and how he died, all that can be tendered. Because look, it's also in my interest that we find a solution to the murder. That is not all. I've been accused of extortion and all because of number 12. In 4 days, what have I not gone through? So, those who speak, he can be bought, he can do this. I have gone to the court of law to establish my case. And again, I don't want to sound prejudicial, but I mean, we're in a law-governed society. They will have their day in court to prove what I did and what I did not do. Don't forget, in all these allegations too, there are human beings. Names of other human beings like Egbert Fable, like a prosecutor, like all of them, they are not dead. They are there. We will subject all the... In fact, there's even a name of a police CID, a very respectable person, has been mentioned in it. They are not dead. They will all come out. We don't have to rush this. Because of the fact that I am in court, I restrict myself. That's why I'm not putting out names. But hey, we will get there in no time. We will find out whether somebody... I am saying, not even one of this, not one, and please quote me, of this accusation will stand. It will come out as falsehood.
Okay.
Deliberately aimed at tarnishing my image so that people will not believe what I say. But let me tell you this. No matter what they do, no matter the attempts on my life, I will survive this. I will stand the test of time. I will encourage more young people. If you take Anas today, there will be another Anas tomorrow.
Okay, so there's a man by name Hafiz Abdallah. He came out to say that, to make some allegations that you demanded $50,000 from him to stop a prosecution of a gold smuggling case. What happened in that investigation in the first place?
Did you see the evidence? When he said that, did you ask him to produce the evidence of me giving him? Look, I thought that I was going to see a film because that's all I was made to believe, that I'm in a film taking cash, $100,000. Where is that film? Where is it? Where did it go? People talk. They talk. I want to prove my innocence. So what have I done? I've put all these cases together. I've asked my lawyers, Cromwell Gray, go to court. Let's establish it. Whoever has said that, at the end of the day, we'll all be in court. The media will be there. All of us will be there. Questions will be answered.
So what happened in that investigation?
Well, I think that because it's a subject of courts, I'm not going to go into the details of the investigation because it's prejudicial, but the facts will all play out nicely. Like I said, there are people, there are human beings who are alive, who are in the story. There are records at the Registrar General's Department. Nobody goes to take a bribe at the Attorney General's Department. Nobody does. You can only go there to do a pre-trial conference. All the records, fortunately, are there. All the videos are there in the docket. So why are we rushing? It's all going to play out. And very soon, all this will pop out.
You mentioned that a film was supposed to come out. We have some audio tapes. The pictures purported to be you have surfaced on the internet. Is that your voices? Are those your pictures?
You're asking me whether the pictures that have popped up on the internet, but you know me. And did you think it was my pictures? It's up to society to go around it. But I think the Anas phenomenon has gone beyond all of us. You all know I use prosthetics a lot. You know, it's up to people to judge. Again, I don't want to go into these issues because I don't think that they add anything. It's part of the distraction. Okay, so you put out his picture for people to kill him, and then what? You gain what? If I die today, what does it bring onto anybody who wishes me dead, stable? What does it bring? As a country, we have to grow. Look, our freedom of press index is so high. I don't know how it will count again this time. We don't have a subculture of killing journalists. That's not us as a people. If we want to sit down as a society and allow people to go killing and threatening journalists, we will have it as it is. But I know that at the end of the day, the truth will triumph.
Do you feel safe at all? You mentioned threats on your life a number of times.
I trained under the formidable and energetic hands of Abdul Malik Kwekubako. I was purged of fear long ago. So let nobody think that I am intimidated. By who? By what? Where were they when this country was being built? Where were they? Nobody is more Ghanaian than us journalists. We are all Ghanaians. They may think that we are not in the right profession. We don't make the numbers they make. But we are human beings. And I can tell you, no matter the threats, no matter the attempts on my life, my family, and all that, we will stand tall. You see, journalism is a hot kitchen. We've put ourselves there. We have to bear the heat. If we cannot bear the heat, we have to get out.
Right. It's 11 minutes past 9 on the Super Morning Show in Joy. 99.7 FM.
Of course. Look, even before me.
Can you point us to some of this work?
Oh, I did even this story about the children in, what do we call it, that place? In the north, and Burkina Spirit children. The film I did in Seychelles, How to Rob Africa. What happened? We formed our group as a team of people who...
How do you recoup these monies that you use?
I think that this question is for us all to answer. When Joy does news, how do they make money out of the news?
So who do you sell it to? How do you sell it? How do you monetize your model?
You have seen my work play on international networks. Please, I think that we have to grow out of some of these.
So the funding you get when you sell to international organizations. I don't get it
when people think. So you think that you hop to Seychelles, you go and do free work? Is that how we have lowered our thinking? We shouldn't be doing that, please. That's not it. I know I'm not talking directly to you. I'm just talking about people who ask those questions. I know you know it quite well because you are here. So that you go and do free bono for people, and then you come, you sit home, you put your hands. Is that what we do? We are growing as a country. And the earlier we put some of these misplaced thoughts away, the better for us as a people.
Have these allegations affected you in any way?
You see, friends will get worried. It's normal. They think that, what is this? But you see, because we psych ourselves, knowing that if it is a big story, it is a big story. It will come after you. So you expect it to happen. You just must have the temperament to contain it when it comes. And like I said, the key thing about this is to remain focused. The day they will take your focus from your substantive work, that's your end. So I have learned, together with my team, that look, all this that is being done is to distract you so that you can't go to FIFA, so that you can't go to CAF, you can't even testify before the GFA. So as they keep intensifying the heat, what we do is we are focusing and we are getting the facts right.
Now, you've always been a hero after every expose. Do you feel the same after all these allegations and controversy?
You think this is exciting? You think what's happening is exciting? It's not. Certainly, nobody goes out there to look for heroism. Look, and we ought to know, the work we do should not induce in us a sense of complacency. What is important as journalists is that we should have the capacity to churn out more probing stories that will end up having society move forward. We need to build our democracy together as a people.
But would you consider changing your methods after this?
Why should I? Tell me why. I am saying that journalism has components, and you apply a method if that method is absolutely necessary. And you apply a method that is legal and that is that can be established legally. So if I'm doing an investigation and it calls for conventional journalism, why not? I will do it. If it calls for undercover, I will do it. If it calls for sting operation, I will do it. As I speak to you, my colleagues are even having a sting operation, and I'm being invited to join them to do it. You understand? So it's journalism, unless you want to tell me that it's unethical. But if it is, as and when it's required, we will do it. Even when it's required at Joy and a hand is extended to me, I'll be here. And I will mentor them and ensure that we do it and do it right.
David Joasa says, can you ask Anasi if he has never taken a bribe in his life before, or if he has never been corrupt in his life before?
Okay. Look, I have said, I have never, and get it on record, never taken a bribe from anybody to do a story. Why would I? At the end, what would I get? That's why I was the first to go to court, to ask the accusers. Let them prove it. I mean, what's all this?
Right. It's 21 minutes past 9. And why didn't you use other matches as evidence, but you chose to use Hearts of Oak and Kotoko, a category A match?
Look, investigation, you are not a soothsayer on what you find. You work with the people and you work with access. So what access do you have at that point in time? That's different from House of Folk or Kotoko or any other team thinking that wasn't fair to them. That's an issue that I will address later, because I think some of the teams would have legitimate grounds to say. But how else were they expecting me to do their story? To go and take a Togolese team? Is that possible? Look, journalism is so practical. I cannot say that go team, I'm coming from a Togolese. It's not possible.
So these are the games you had access to.
It's not only about access, but it's also about contact. So in journalism, your contact and your access is what determines your results.
And that's how you chose these particular teams. Okay. Right. It's 22 minutes past 9. Okay. Let me drop this last one and then we say goodbye to Anas Arimeo. Anas. I wish I could ask radio. But thank you very much, Anas Arimeo Anas, for joining us this. Anas Arimeo Anas. Thanks for joining us this morning. We'll take a number of your messages, and there's more coming up on the Super Morning Show.